Have you ever wanted to visit an entire new city in GTA 5? Well, this mod does just that. It lets you go to Chicago. This is actually pretty damn cool. We are in an entirely new city in GTA 5. And as always, I'll leave a link to the mod in the description if you want to check it out. But this mod author somehow has somewhat recreated Chicago or the Windy City in this game. Now, as you can just see looking down this street, there's some stuff that obviously looks a little wonky, considering this is a mod. But the things this mod gets right, which I'll show you guys in this video, it looks so freaking awesome. Like this part right here, woo, it almost makes me wish the downtown of Los Santos was more like this, with more like high-rise buildings and stuff, because I feel like that's what we sort of miss out on in Los Santos. But in today's video, we're just going to be driving around, and I'm just going to show this mod off because it does look so cool. Now, what's interesting before we even start exploring is the fact that this mod author not only like sort of recreated Chicago, but there's actual like NPC routes. Like you can see there's the people walking through the park. Obviously there's the cars driving on the roads. Now the roads and the cars are, again, a little wonky. The road is freaking massive here. There's no like lines on it or anything. The NPC pathing on the roads kind of glitches out sometimes, and you can see the people just don't even care. They just walk into the street. But again, this is, I think this is made by one person, so the fact that he got like most of this stuff right is just incredible. And he also added these little Christmas edition or Christmas things, you know, Christmas lights. You'll see like Christmas trees around. Of course, Christmas is a couple days past, but still, it is cool. Now, I might even put some snow on here in a minute just to show it off. But like, just driving through this right now, you would think this is like an actual game. Like this is actually part of the game. None of what I'm looking at looks like it's a mod, right? And I think that's the best part about this. And that's why I just, you know, it's unfortunate always going back to what Rockstar said the Cayo Perico update was like going to be the biggest one yet, and how it's going to add a whole new island and everything. I don't know. I just wish we get some more stuff like this, some more urban areas rather than like nature areas. Like the Cayo Perico Island is cool, but I wish we'd get some more stuff almost like Liberty City-esque, you know, just more city related stuff. But this, I believe, is actually the end. You can see if we pull up the mini map here, the actual size, as we're at like 2 FPS, the actual size of the like Chicago part, it's not that big. There's only like a handful of roads here, and that's, you know, I don't know if the mod author is planning on doing more, but that is all we have at the moment. And the roads, they kind of just go in circles, which, you know, again, to be fair, is, you know, it's probably a good thing that they go in circles rather than just you know, hit a wall and stop. Look at that, we have 2021 on the building there. But I am curious, in the comment section, in a future GTA DLC, do you want them to add more islands like Cayo Perico, or would you like them to add some more city stuff like what you're seeing now? Now again, you can see some of the NPCs, they're just turning around in the middle of the road. Although we do have some nice Christmas trees right there. I think this is supposed to go with snow. You know what? Let me go ahead and put some snow on here. Alright, so now we have some legitimate snow, and it just, man, it makes this look pretty damn cool. I believe there's also a working subway, or at least it moves. I don't think we can actually take it. Let's see if we can spot that. But yeah, this part reminds me of Liberty City in GTA 4, just driving underneath the subway. That is something I think that like little things like that is what's missing from the city part, at least, of Los Santos. Now this is one of the parts where the road sort of just ends because that's it. And I'll give you guys an overview, like a over the top view here in a minute. This card, okay, Jesus Christ. Here, we'll just fly up here. Well, I'm not exactly sure what causes the train to trigger. I've been waiting here for a couple of minutes and I haven't seen it pass. Maybe we'll come back to it. But one thing that's really cool, and one of my favorite parts, locations about this mod, is actually the area we're in now. Just look at, like, the, I guess, scale here. This is, like, we don't have this sort of scale in Los Santos. And that's one thing that after playing Cyberpunk 2077, I hope at least in GTA 6 we get like a massive city. Or at least a massive city with, like, you know, giant skyscrapers and stuff, if it is like, say, in Vice City, for instance. Because I really enjoy that about Cyberpunk, and I really like that about this particular mod. You can see just in the distance there's all these giant buildings. It just feels like a much more, I guess, realistic city. Here is another area which is sort of, I guess, the end of the map. Like, you can kind of maybe glitch behind or climb behind it, but the roads do end up stopping here and you just have to make a little U-turn. We'll just head right back in to the main part of the city. Okay, NPC, you alright there, buddy? Now, I've not actually been to Chicago, but I've seen from, you know, various pictures and stuff, the river. And this is actually one of the cooler parts about this particular mod. You can see the river does split the city here. And there's actually boats and, like, there's people that are actually driving through this. So that's definitely one of the more interesting, I guess, aspects. I think if we go to this side, you can see there's even a tugboat there. Look at that. Making use of the tugboat. And this sort of makes me miss the fact that we don't have any rivers that go through Los Santos. And I guess that's how, you know, LA is. But I really enjoyed that about, like, Liberty City and the older GTA games. You would see, well, there's a tugboat coming down the river, actually. You would have the water in the city and not just on the outskirts. Because if we go back to the map here, you know, down here, you don't have water. Like, this, that's not really water. That's the whatever, you guys know what that area is. That's not water. And there's nothing that goes through it. So you kind of miss out on these little scenic views, I guess. Now, I guess there's actual interiors. I mean, this is just obviously copied from, I believe up there it says Los Santos Police Department. So yeah, this isn't obviously anything new, but it is cool how there's a little interior here. And you can see out here there are these little Christmas trees to go with the Christmas theme. Now, I'll show you guys actually from above, because it is pretty cool just to see from above. It is, I will say, something you might not expect. So the main part, the part that is done, I mean, yeah, like, again, it looks like a pretty normal GTA city. Apart from just the giant roads, I think that's the one thing that sort of gives it away. But the actual city itself looks like it could be in GTA. And I don't know if this is, like, taken from another game, but it does look really good. Now, the problem, of course, is if we get even higher here. Let me just fly this way. You can see the outer parts of the city aren't done. Like, this is why I think this is from probably some sort of other game. I don't know what other games take place in Chicago, but the outer parts definitely are not finished. Like, even if I turn off the snow and we just go down, you can see those textures are pretty bad. But again, you're not supposed to ever come over here, you know, if you're following the roads and stuff. And, like, half the skyscraper or half the buildings don't even have backs to them. But it did make me think, like, just seeing this from a distance, like, imagine the city was like this. Like, look how many giant buildings there are. It would be probably a pain for GTA Online. You'd have so many try-hard snipers just camping on these buildings. But it was an interesting thought, like, and that's why I do hope, again, we get this, something similar like this in GTA 6. And here's just a view, I guess, of the even more outskirts area. And then there's Los Santos over there in the distance. Oh, there we go. Look, right behind this building, there is the train or the subway. I don't exactly know what happens because the subway, there's a dead end. Does it just fall off? I guess we'll find out. But yeah, there is a moving sort of subway there, which is kind of neat. And I believe it's got that sort of old school vibe. Oh, is it just going to stop? Oh, there we go. Okay, I guess it just stops, and then does it go the other way? I guess it just stops. But you can see there are some tricks to this mod, like a lot of the buildings actually don't have backs to them, or like they're not solid. But if you can never enter the buildings, you know, and you're just driving around, like from this side, you never notice. You would never notice that. So yeah, that is, I think it's called GTA Windy City. But like the title says, I mean, this mod literally adds an entire new city to GTA 5. I know over the years, people have ported Liberty City and Vice City and even San Andreas and like San Fierro and Las Venturas into this game, into GTA 5. I don't think we've ever seen a totally new city. I know some people have always speculated, hey, it would be awesome to have a GTA game in Chicago. Well, this is as close as you're going to get for now. And I will say, this would be a pretty dope city for a future GTA game. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. That is going to do it for this video. Let's go ahead and land. So there you guys have it. That is a new city. Let me know your thoughts on this particular mod in the comment section. If you want to download it for yourself, it'll be linked in the description. Thank you all for watching. Please drop the video a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more GTA content. And as always, I'll see you guys in... Oh, he got around it. In the next one.